Hi, welcome to Narc Shield. My name is Jennifer, and I am here doing a video today to talk to you about the question of, does the narcissist think about me once I leave or they leave me? Or does he think about me when we're not around each other, when we're apart? I hear this all the time. I've done a video on it, and there's plenty of them on YouTube that talk about this very thing. And I want to just start right out the gate and let you know that no, out of sight, out of mind. If you come up, they may think about you, but it may not be the way that you want them to. So I hear a lot of people, I do hear a lot of people sit in my chair and they talk about, oh, he's going to miss me. He's going to regret it because I'm not going to be there anymore to clean up his mess or pay his bills or to give him the sex that he wants, or, he's not going to be able to have the car, drive my car anymore, and he's certainly going to miss it. I mean, there's so many different things that I hear, and I've probably been that person that said those things or said similar things. And it's like, no, they don't miss it. They've moved on to somebody else who's doing it, or they have 3 or 4 other people who are filling your place. And so one person might be doing their laundry, one person might be, giving them the car, another person might be giving them whatever other traits it is, or showing it, looking good on their arm, whatever it is. If they're not thinking about you, if they're not with you at all, you're painted black, and they don't give a crap. They actually cannot stand you. They can't stand the thought of you. So if you come up, they may be like, oh God, and they're just saying horrible things about you. Like, this person, I don't want anything to do with that person. And they've blocked you, and they don't want anything to do with you until they're ready to have something to do with you again. And then all of a sudden they're singing your praises again. But during that time, no, not at all. Now, if time has gone by for a really long time, and they do reset in time, and if you haven't had any contact with the narcissist, and maybe it's 2-3 years down the road and somebody mentions you, or they happen to see you out somewhere, that may trigger them to hoover you and make want to know a little bit about you. People are always, when are they going to hoover me? When are they going to come back? I mean, everybody always says that the narcissist comes back. It's not always necessarily them coming right back to knock on your door. It could be that they're just hoovering you by looking in on your social media pages. Social media has made it so much easier for people to prey. And people are curious, so even if you're not a narcissist, you could be looking on social media and checking out people's pages. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you've been in a narcissistic relationship with someone, it's not a good idea to go and check out their social media pages. I wouldn't do it if I were you. Don't go and look. And if somebody else wants to show you or tell, I'm not interested. You don't want to be triggered. It could hurt you and bring up these feelings again that you have already gotten past. So keep yourself on the course of getting better and moving forward, and don't even go and look at their social media pages. You don't want to go and look, and you really don't, because it can totally trigger you in a way. And if they're triggered, they may call. They may just call just to see if you still care. They will maybe check to see if you're still single. If you're not, they may not check in with you that way, but they may check in and hoover you in a way by finding out information about you through other people. So you may not know that they are back around, and so you're wondering, why haven't they come back? Why haven't they come back? Well, they may have, and you just didn't know it. It's just not the way that you wanted them to, and you shouldn't want them to come back. You shouldn't want them to come back at all. They treated you terrible, and they're not going to change. They may for a moment, but they will treat you the same way all over again. And I can promise you this, no matter how happy a narcissist looks, no matter how great things look in their world, it is all a facade. It's all fake. And so if they look like they're having the happiest relationship ever, and you're like, wow, look at them, they're in Cabo, and they just look so happy, and he always said he was going to take me to Cabo, or she always said that we were going to lay on the beach and do this and that and the other, and they're doing it with this person. They're doing that to hurt you. They're doing it on purpose. They're doing it to look great. They're doing it so other people are saying how great and wonderful their relationship looks. They're purposely doing it to get at you, and faking being happy. So one, they're getting a lot from that if it's in that scenario, because people will go, wow, they must have been really miserable all those years with, let's say, Jennifer, and look how happy he is now, forgetting that at one time he was super, super crazy about Jennifer, and seemed miserable with the other person, and thank goodness they were in the relationship with Jennifer now, but now, thank goodness, they're in the relationship with this person. I'm just using my name, but, and so people don't even think back to that. They just go, oh, they moved on and they're happy and good for them. It's so wonderful that they're happy. They were so miserable with, because what they remember is Jennifer because of all the bad things. And they've smeared you for years, probably months at least. But long before you even realized it, and you may have been a broken appliance, because they do look at you as an object, and so you are not working properly for the narcissist, and you're not even working properly for you or your family, or you're broken. So it's like off to the trash you go, and on, a new person comes in. Does the narcissist think about you? No. Maybe if you are brought up or something reminds them of you, but they are not thinking of you the way that you want them to and that you're hoping. You may be thinking about the narcissist, but you're projecting that back outward of like how you would be, and they're not like you. They don't have empathy like you. They're not sitting there ruminating on how horrible they were to you. What they're doing is anytime you come up, they're remembering how they thought you were the worst partner ever, and because that's the story that they need to believe, and they may project outwardly what they have done to you, said, whatever. They may project that outwardly and say that you did it, and it seems believable to everybody because it comes out believable because it did happen. It's just that they did it to you. And so, it comes off as truth to everybody else. Like, gosh, that's so horrible that, I had no idea she was like that. I thought she was a really nice person. What a lunatic. I'm so sorry that you were with somebody like that. And then one day they may reset, and one day they may come around and hoover and want to see how you're doing, and if they run into you and be really nice to you, and then they're calling around. But they just really are doing it to see if you still care. And they'll be able to tell. It's just best to stay away from them. It really is. It's best to just move on. You don't have to want revenge on them. That's thinking too much about the narcissist. Oh, I hope that their relationship goes bad. I hope that they lose their business. I hope that this happens to them, or that. You think about what's best for you and happy things for you, like what vacation you want to go on next, or what business venture you want to try next. Or just doing things with your family, and what next thing you want to do with your family and your friends, and making new friends or starting new hobbies. Oh wow, for many years I wanted to dance and I didn't take dance lessons. I'm using that as an example because one of my friends was just talking about taking dance lessons. But it's like, do those things that you couldn't do, that you wanted to do, and you were doing everything for the narcissist and what the narcissist wanted to do. And your stuff was just put on the back burner all the time. Oh, okay, we'll do what the narcissist wants to do. And all the while, your life is just moving on, but you're really just living what the narcissist's life is. And you're not doing what you wanted to do in your own life. So go out and not worry about if the narcissist is thinking about you. As a matter of fact, hopefully in time, you'll be like, I hope he's not. I hope I never hear from them again, because I'm happy and my life is doing great, and I want nothing to do with them again, or anybody that's like that again. There's tons of narcissists in the world. They're going to be around you, and they will always be attracted to you because of your traits, and you will be attracted to them because there are a lot of traits that you like about them. However, once you realize, if you are dealing with someone who is a narcissist and you understand the dynamic, you won't get back into a long-term relationship like that again. We all are around narcissists all the time, but you don't have to have them living in your house. You don't have to work for them. You don't have to allow them to treat you bad. And it's best to learn boundaries and to hold those boundaries, because if you don't, they will walk all over you. And they will continue to try to break down those walls and get you to give in. Don't allow it. You deserve better, and know that you do. It might take time to get there, because you may be in the spot of where you're feeling broken and where you don't feel worthy, and you've been validated by so many people, and you feel like you don't have friends or family that are even there to support you anymore, because the narcissist may have, gone in and, gotten to them, and you may have not said anything and for a really, really long time, and maybe acted out, and we're a broken appliance basically. But staying away from them, rebuilding, getting your strength back, taking care of you. I promise if you stay away from people like that, you will start to feel better about yourself, more confident about yourself, and you won't want to have those type of people around you all the time. You can't do anything about them being around, but you don't have to hang out with them. You can pick and choose who you want to hang out with. You get to choose what you want to do. And you don't have to always, just because a narcissistic person expects you to drop everything in your life to go and be there for them whenever they want you. Where the heck were they when you needed them? And they're giving you all kinds of crap because you're supposed to read their mind and be there for them. And where have you been? You go and do your life. And you will find that you will find people in your life that care about you, and they're happy that you're doing your life, and they want to be a part of your life. So they're also they're complimenting you in your life, and they aren't jealous of you, and they're not putting you down, and they're not pushing expectations on you that are ridiculous and expecting you to read their mind. And you're not taking on the guilt anymore and the shame of it. Like, oh my gosh, why are you mad at me? I didn't even know that you were going through that. If you would have told me, I would have been there. Or, and then you're like, I haven't heard from them in 2 years or something like that. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing out things. Don't carry shame and guilt for the narcissist. You go, you do your life, you be you. And hang out with people that make you feel happy and good, and that care about you and want you to be happy, and aren't bringing on stress and more chaos in your life and dumping all their ugly onto you. You don't need to carry all of that. You don't have to carry everybody else's ugly. That's not your job. It's not. Yes, you're an empathic person, and you can pray for people and you can hope for people, but you can't fix it. You can't fix the world. You can't fix everything. It is good to go out and do good for people, but it's also important for you to do good for you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody. So you need to start putting yourself first, and hopefully you will. Hopefully you will. And if you're in a sad space right now, and you don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes when we are healing from narcissistic abuse, we do fall backwards and we want to beat ourselves up, and we're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? I feel so stupid. Everybody told me not to do that, and I did it, and then they hurt me again, and here I am back at square one, and I'm too embarrassed to tell anybody. Listen, that's why you want to hang out with people or get to know people that have been through narcissistic abuse. They're not going to judge you the same way people who haven't been or don't recognize it will. It's important for you to feel validated. So these channels are here to help validate you and give you information that will help you heal. Staying in narcissistic relationships with people that treat you terrible will only continue to make you feel bad about yourself. So if you can, get out, and don't call the narcissist a narcissist. Don't think that you're going to be able to change them. Don't think that you're going to be able to make them see it. Don't try to punish them. All of those things will just keep you hurting yourself. It's just pointless. They're not going to see it. Their narcissism isn't going to allow them to see it. So the best thing you can do is to help yourself, and get out and move on with your life, and don't waste it. Don't waste precious moments on the narcissist. Give all that energy back to you and your family. Until next time, this is Jennifer. Oh, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.